Fresh fish. Just caught, mister.
A little bird told me there are people in Oakmont who can help me leave town.
Maybe, maybe not. What makes you think I know anything?
I've heard they're having a wake for Toothless Bob here.
That may be true, but I don't know you from Adam. Prove you ain't some gumshoe.
Come on, you can trust me. Ask Mr. Throgmorton. He can vouch for me.
If you think I'll trust you just because you were doing business with that ape, then you've got another thing coming. But you're still alive. That means you've got something going for you. Okay. What about a little favor? Nothing fancy, don't worry. I expected a package to be delivered ages ago, but the courier still hasn't shown. Find out what's taking him so long. Here's the address.
Got it.
One more thing. If you don't find him, bring the package back, will ya? It's a crate full of the water of life, if you catch my drift.
Bye.
Fresh fish. Fresh fish.
Don't do that again.
What's your problem?
Stop it.
Empty, but reeks of gasoline. I've seen ashes like this before. Well, that's one way to get rid of a corpse. Left by something heavy with wheels. The blood's almost dry.
You're done, kid. Someone talks to the cops behind my back. Their history. Get him, boys. No mercy, boys. He's been asking for this. Get rid of him. Leave nothing but ashes. Understood? Drock! Whose idea was it to hide the crates in such a stupid way?
Time to figure this out.
You're done, kid. No mercy, boys. Get rid of him. Leave nothing but ashes. Drock! Whose idea was it to hide the crates in such a stupid way? Drak. Whose idea? You're done, kid. No mercy, boys. Get rid of him. Leave nothing but ashes. Understood?
Someone was looking for a crate here and was brutally killed. The crew that did it were headed up by a guy in a wheelchair. Well, I found your courier. I hate to break it to you, but he's dead. Someone didn't like him talking to the cops, and, well, they made it pretty savage.
What? Okay, I'm dead. He might think I was in on it.
He? Who's he?
The boss.
Not my problem. Just tell me what I want to know. Who do I gotta see to get a man out of the city?
You're wrong there, pal. It is your problem. The boss is the only one who can arrange a bon voyage. There, a newcomer. Here's the note with your instructions. Beyond that, you're on your own.
Okay, thanks. Here's your water of life.
Shh, keep it down, pal. Not too shabby, newcomer. You deserve a reward for this.
Bye.
Hey fella, what do you do when you see a dog? Pet it or kick it away?
As much as I'd love to chat, Sunshine, I just need to talk to your boss.
Wait. Don't hurt my feelings trying to avoid me like that. It ain't happening, pal. Answer the question.
I'd kill it, because the dog's rabid.
Right you are. You're a new one, huh? Come with us.
Just take me to your boss.
I'd have broken all your bones, fella, if Papa Brute hadn't put you off limits. Just calm down. No need for violence.
Who are you, and what the drock do you want? And let's be quick about it, kid. I don't have the whole damn day.
I'm Charles Reed, Private Eye. Heard you can help with, certain things.
So you want a favor from me, Mr. Reed. And what would that be?
I want to smuggle a man out of the city.
Yeah, a lot of people want to leave Oakmont, kid. Few ever succeed. It won't be easy. And, like everything in life that's worthwhile, it won't be cheap.
So, what's it gonna cost me?
Normally, I wouldn't do drock for a newcomer. But you're doing business with that old ape-lover Throgmorton. I think that's interesting. That tells me you're worth something, kid. Now, I have a job needs doing, but it needs to stay between the two of us.
Guess I have no choice. So, what do I need to do?
First things first. My name's Brutus Carpenter, rightful head of the Carpenter family. Second thing, someone tried to kill me a week ago.
You're not asking me to track them down and kill them, are you?
No, kid. I've got hatchet men if I need them. And I don't want to kill them anyway. I just want to know who was gunning for me and why. Yeah, I know how it sounds. But after I almost died, I realized that being a hard case isn't the only option. I want to try to do things differently.
Alright, color me interested. How did this all happen?
I woke up in the crematorium inside a rolled-up carpet. I had this tag on my toe like some cadaver. And I was covered in this weird rancid slime. I managed to get myself out of there. But what I saw once I got home made me think I had a screw loose.
And? What did you see?
Me, kid. Some palooka wearing my face and walking out my front door like all was well with the world. So I decided to get out and hole up here. Gathered a small company and pulled myself together.
What was your last memory before the crematorium?
I can remember clearly a dinner I had a week before the incident. After that, only bits and pieces. I remember writing something in my diary. I don't recall what, except it was important. Those notes could tell us how it all started.
And I suppose that diary's still in your manor.
Exactly, kid. In a strongbox in my room. You have my permission to crack it if it's necessary. I'll write you the address.
You must have tried to do something about this imposter already.
Of course I did, kid. I wouldn't be asking for your help if this was just a walk in the park. My people said they killed that other me. It didn't change a thing. I guess they got the wrong guy.
Any thoughts on who'd want to do this to you?
It must be someone close to me, so I can't trust anyone. I haven't even contacted my son Graham. Normally I'd get him to solve this. I'm vulnerable now. I can't risk exposing myself. Another good reason to bring in an independent contractor.
So where would I find the city's crematorium?
Of course you don't know. You're a newcomer after all. Here's the address.
I got it. It appears you're quite capable of standing without aid. So why the wheelchair?
Does your curiosity always beat out your courtesy? I'll tell you if it makes you happy. I'm old. Some days I feel tired. This wheelchair, unlike many people, has never crossed me. So I know I can count on it if I need to.
You mentioned your son, Graham. Can you tell me more about him?
Graham? Why would you care? He has nothing to do with this.
You sound pretty sure about that.
Of course. Graham is too honest. And since the end of the war, he turned into a real bleeding heart. It's become a bit of a headache, actually. Of course, we've had our differences, especially about the family business, but he would never hurt a fly, let alone me.
Goodbye.
Stop it, staring. Get the truck out of here.
Those bloodstains would definitely attract wild beasts. Seems after visiting Dr. Grant, the shop owner preferred to self-medicate. I don't think he's going to tell me much about those monsters. Every kid's childhood dream. I wanted a toy like that too once. the slime still looks fresh. I suspect Dr. Grant would be interested in it. Weeks have passed since this food was cooked.
Miss! John! You... what is happening to me?
No matter how bad I feel, I have to go to work. Why can't you understand that?
Time to figure this out.
No matter how bad I feel, I have to go to work.
Miss! John! You... what is happening to me?
The beast crawled from the sunken basement at night and infected the family. After a short incubation period, they turned into monsters too. Funny thing, I found a dead woman in your basement. Now, I don't suppose you had your men kill her.
Quiet, you! You're scaring Mary. Look, she didn't die by my order, kid. Take my word for it. And the guilty have already been severely punished. Look, I have my shortcomings, but I don't hurt women or kids.
Goodbye.
help a fella out. I'll take anything. Find something you like.
I checked the house of the diseased man, Bells. His family has turned into those creatures too.
Huh. Fascinating. Did you discover the source of the contamination?
A creature emerged from their sunken basement and transformed them. I think its vomit is contagious.
If so, we must quarantine it. Those Lethian revenants are a huge threat. This city could not survive an epidemic like that.
What did you call them?
Lethian revenants. Oh, you may thank the university professor for the beast's unwieldy names.
I called into the shop of your patient. Unfortunately, he committed suicide.
Oh, I wish I could say I was surprised. Sorry for wasting your time.
It wasn't entirely a waste. I found some evidence that sheds light on the origin of those creatures.
For what it's worth, Professor Westerbrook calls them Stygian harvesters. But what is it you found?
Your patient's diary. His dreams became too real, too confronting. He tried to stay awake using stimulants, but those Stygians appeared near him when he slept, as if they were leaking from his nightmares.
A psychic phenomenon or manifestation. How unnerving. I'm afraid he's not the only one suffering from such dreams.
I found your studies rather interesting, Dr. Grant. Got more places to search?
What dedication. Thank you. Your findings have been a rich resource for the scientific cause. I've got 2 more places for you. More dangerous, one with huge monstrosities, but I'll prepare a comparable reward.
Just what am I getting myself into?
One of Oakmont's largest stores was closed after the flood hit. A looter tried to break in, but his thievery was, shall we say, interrupted. He was set upon by a huge wild beast and hardly made it out. The question is, with the building locked up tight, how did that creature get in?
What about the place with more manageable creatures?
Well, there's a restaurant here with a bad reputation, not for its food, but for women disappearing. The police found nothing. I treated the partner of one missing girl. He arrived here severely injured and told me about the jumping maws.
He was at the restaurant too, I suppose.
Indeed. And what's curious is the place is still open. Please investigate and find out how that's possible.
Bye.
Hey, you. No loitering. Only workers are permitted on the premises.
I'm looking for work. I heard you might have a job.
Sure. There's a sack of potatoes in the basement of the manor. Go get it. Bring it here, okay?
Got it.
Get a move on then.
You're handing out supplies for free. That seems awful charitable.
Mr. Carpenter is a pillar of our community, generously donating half of our supplies to the people of Oakmont in their time of need.
I could use some supplies, if you can spare them, that is.
Here, take some medicine.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Not so fast, newcomer. You ain't going upstairs unless the boss calls for you. And I don't see that happening.
So, where are the potatoes?
He's mad. He's completely mad. He's mad.
Help me, please.
He's mad. He's completely mad.
Help me, please.
Ah, please, friend. Don't take away my food.
Your food? This is stolen. This sack was meant to go to the hungry.
We are the hungry, mister. Me and my family. I have 5 children to feed and nothing to feed them with. Ah, look, we'll starve to death without it. Have a heart.
I don't get it. You can have food for free. The carpenters are distributing it. So why steal?
They'd only give me 1 portion. Even though I told them that my wife and kids are too weak to get here.
Sorry, but stealing's off limits. I'm returning this sack.
Ah, have mercy, sir. Please don't.
Them's the rules, buddy. You stay here. done. Easy peasy.
Great. Here's your pay.
There was one minor issue, though.
What? What issue?
The sack was borrowed by one of your workers, but I tracked him down and got it back.
You did good. But what are we gonna do about the thief?
I'm sure your boss would want to know about it, but I can see you're pretty busy. Tell you what, I'll go talk to him for you.
You're right. I'm needed here. Vera, go see Mr. Graham Carpenter and report the incident. He's upstairs.
Yeah, you don't get these for staying in your foxhole. I've seen this face before. Paris, December 1918. Right after the guns stopped firing.
Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned.
The door won't budge. Huh. Now, weren't you the one who called Robert an ape lover, Brutus? Brutus Carpenter, I presume.
Yes, that's right. Did you bring me something to eat? I'm very hungry.
No, sorry.
Ah, well, move on then.
Bye. Mr. Carpenter?
Yes, Graham Carpenter. How can I help?
One of your workers is a thief. Stole a sack of potatoes.
Oh. I do hope my people haven't taken it into their own hands.
Not yet. Is there a way to solve this peacefully? The guy has a hungry family. That's why he stole.
I won't punish a man for trying to feed his family. Why didn't he simply ask me for more food? Tell him he can keep what he stole. If he needs more, let him come back. It may be that he'll need medicine too. Can you give him this? It's not much, but it'll help.
Thank you. I thought Brutus was the head of the Carpenter family. Something changed?
Oh, no, not at all. My father's still in charge. I've simply taken on some of his responsibilities. He's past his prime and needs more rest.
The mask. Why do you wear it?
A war wound. I prefer not to discuss it if you don't mind.
Goodbye. door won't budge. Whoever held this poker has got to be covered in slime. Someone tried to wash the stain out, but it's still slimy. Ugh, it stinks. Ugh, what a stench. And judging by the dried blood and the dent on the shovel, it was used as a weapon.
What by the Engels is going on? Where am I? I need to get out of here before he comes round.
Another one for you. Burn him first chance you get. It's urgent.
Let's get a handle on what actually happened here.
Another one for you. Burn him first chance you get. It's urgent.
What by the Engels is going on? Where am I? I need to get out of here before he comes round.
Brutus was brought in by some group who had to deal with the crematorium worker. So, Brutus woke up, knocked the guy out cold, and escaped. You're James Warren, right?
Yeah, that's me. What do you want? I'm sick, can't you see?
A week ago, a group of people brought an unconscious man to the crematorium. I need to know who those people were.
What makes you think I'd know that?
You were supposed to cremate a man listed as Jack White. He escaped, and now he wants to know what's going on. So tell me, who paid you to burn a man alive?
How do you know about White?
I talked to him. I need names, Warren.
I can't. I say anything. I'm toast.
They'll certainly kill you if they find out Jack White is still alive. I can arrange that.
No, please. No, I didn't ask their names. They're priests, but they ain't from St. Michael's Church, that's for sure. They were talking about the Lord of the Woods or something. Maybe from an old Oakmont church? That's all I know, I swear.
Where can I find this church?
I don't know. Some things in this Borg are best left alone.
It's not much, but thanks. Wasn't that hard after all, was it?
You got what you came for. Now leave me be.
Bye. Budge. Something's chewed this one up real bad. This is in good shape and ready to use. This is in good shape and ready to use. Something's chewed this one up real bad. Now that's a familiar smell. Like year-dead skunk.
Make sure you get every scrap. We don't want anyone reading these while we're down there. Take them to the crematorium. We'll destroy them before we dive.
Don't wait. I'll catch up to you.
The stars are aligned, and a new turn of the cycle begins. The time has come to return to the mother's womb, and we shall be reborn, brothers and sisters.
Let's get a handle on what actually happened here.
The stars are aligned, and a new turn of the cycle begins. The time has come to return to the mother's womb, and we shall be reborn, brothers and sisters. Make sure you get every scrap. We don't want anyone reading these while we're down there. Take them to the crematorium. We'll destroy them before we dive.
Don't wait. I'll catch up to you.
A group of fanatics based in the Redemption Church got rid of several bodies, took all the documents they could, and dived.
Why are you here? You look like a fresh wound.
Yeah, well, you're no oil painting yourself, fella.
Imbecile. Strike us down and many more will rise, fresh from the fecund mother's womb, slick, naked, yet burgeoning with strength. Our eyes infest this city, our hands too. We fill young Graham with our words, and soon he will be hollow.
What was that about young Graham?
His house is divided. It cannot stand. The young will succeed the old, as new shoots rise from decay. Our growth shall choke the sun. The veins we open will seed crimson blossoms. The the feckin' mother grants new life, you should have stayed above.
Extra, extra. All the news that's fit to print. Buy a paper.
Tell me why you tried to kill your father.
What are you talking about?
I know all about your plan. I have proof. Just level with me.
I knew you weren't just a worker. Look, I'm not proud of what I did. He's my father. But he was a terrible, terrible man. Crime has always been my family's business. I want to change that. I want to help people. But he will never stand for it.
So that's how it is.
My father sent you here. Am I right?
Yeah, you're right. I'm Charles Reed.
I can change this city, Mr. Reed. But to do that, I must be the head of the Carpenter family. I need to have that influence. I'll pay you if you need. But please, listen to your conscience. Brutus will not change. He harms so many, he must die.
Yeah, you're right. You can count me in.
Thank you. You've made the right choice, Mr. Reed.
Goodbye. I know who's behind the attempt on your life, Mr. Carpenter.
And? Don't make me wait, kid.
You know, I met your son. I think it's time for a change in leadership. Your father is dead, Mr. Carpenter. You're the head of the family now.
This brings me no joy. But thank you. You made the right choice. A noble choice, despite what it entailed. I had to kill my father twice. I had to ask you to stain your hands too. But the guilt isn't yours. I take the blame entirely.
It's all right, Mr. Carpenter. Now, will you help me?
Of course I will. I'm in your debt. Thank you once again.
Goodbye. It's done, Fred. The Carpenters will be getting in touch soon. Now, do you have something for me?
Perfect. All right, listen up. I've arranged a meeting with a certain high-ranking member of the EOD. His name is Ebenote Blackwood.
Haven't had the pleasure. Anything I should know about him?
Ebenote is a preacher at the fish market and a high-ranking priest within the order. Very knowledgeable and very dangerous if you cross him. So I recommend that you don't cross him. Follow me so far?
Gotcha. Keep talking.
If the order knows something, it's a good bet that Ebenote does too. If they have your professor, he knows where she's being kept. I'll give you the address of the meeting place. He'll be expecting me, not you. So keep your wits about you.
All right. Thanks, Fred. Good luck and safe travels.
Thanks. I'll need it.